I should have set things up ahead of time, but I didn't. There we go. Hello. Let me see. I think I might have to use this, even though I didn't set it up. Oops, I'm not here. Let's fix that. Let's fix that a little bit. Mm. We'll start with this, but not right now. I'm just getting everything set up. Because nothing's set up correctly right. Oh. Because we're about the same size. Oops. Let's just go back here, because we're not technically ready yet. We're still getting started. Unfortunately. How are you doing? I'll wait here. I will patiently wait so we can get started. Because, like, I did talk about my dolls before, so that's already something you can look back and see. But, it's been I don't know, maybe like less than a year, or maybe about a year since I talked about that. So there's been more stuff that's been added to the collection, and I've also like rearranged outfits and whatever because I like doing that. And I think I have mentioned before, at least in that doll video, like the way that I see most of these fashion dolls is that it's fun character design too. And that's kind of one of the things that I like about it now. Because, you know, when I was a kid, it was more about the characters themselves, actually. Like, when I was a kid, my favorite Bratz girl growing up was Chloe. So, I always had, like, a Chloe doll. Hello! Caxie! It's been too long! I have a written list. I have a written list. I can tell you the exact number of dolls that I have in my shelves right now, and I have like 24. And that's just Monster High. How you doing, Caxie? I miss you. Also, I got Tomodachi Life, and it's like taken over my brain. It's been so long since I've seen my son. It's been too long. I need to remember to add you to my Tomodachi Life. Written list. Yes, I'm very thorough. I have a written list of all the dolls that I have gathered so far. Because I also want to get some of the old dolls that I used to have when I was younger. I haven't had much luck in that yet. I was working and that's all right. It's fine. I understand. Just remind me later to add you to Tomodachi Life. Cause I've gotten a little nuts. Make me extra cute duck. I will. I even think I have the costume for it too. I will now start with the updates on stuff that hasn't changed. Stuff that hasn't changed in my collection. The princess dolls. I just leave them like this. There's not that much change. Every so often I'll put them in their other outfits. Or give them other items to hold. But for the most part, they just stay the way that they are usually. Especially because some of them, it's like their hair is like really like gelled and styled specifically, and it's like I don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want to ruin it, especially because the hair is cheap. Except for Ariel. Ariel has nice brushable hair and I like messing with it. It's a death sentence for side characters. I've been missing my friend's epic lore. Oh boy. Oh no. But yeah, I don't mess with these dolls that much. Like, I have messed with Jasmine's hair, and I kind of regret it because it's also cheap. And it's like, I can't get it to be as poofy as I want it to be, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I cannot touch it anymore. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up ruining it. But with Ariel, she's fine. I can do her hair in the way that it is in the movie, and I can just let it out. It's fine. She got the higher quality hair. All the other ones don't have the high quality hair, and it's like, oh man. Which sucks because I really want to make Aurora's hair look, you know, a little bit more movie accurate, but it's, like, I'm afraid to mess with it. I'm afraid! And, next we have my Bratz doll corner. We'll focus on this first. My shelf corner of Bratz dolls. How many slides in this presentation? not that many. It's kind of just five slides, but I have multiple pictures. The Bratz doll corner plus 2 extras that are not Bratz dolls. They're in their own separate corner. I like to organize things based on like what they are. Like even my manga collection, which you can kind of see a little bit of in some of these pictures when we get to it. I like to organize that too by, you know, alphabetical order when possible, because some of these books do not line up correctly and it bothers me. But like I like to keep things organized. So I keep my Bratz dolls all together with the bonus Rainbow High doll in the back there and the LOL doll. I only bought that LOL doll because I wanted to steal her clothes. Hello, I just listened to For the Love of Money by OJ's. You Haven't Done Nothing by Stevie Wonder. Law of the Land by Temptations. Hey Mercury, what up? I am going through my doll collection. And I think the LOL doll in the corner here is one of the newer ones. I didn't have this when I did the first doll presentation. If I point out, it's this one right here. This one is new. I only grabbed this one because I wanted to take stuff from her outfit. I took a shirt and the vest that she came with for a different doll, and we'll see it. We'll actually see it over here. Because I think also Venus is a new addition to my shelf. Just bring that up front. I took the vest and I put it on Venus because it matches. Hello! Welcome. I'm yapping about my doll collection. As well as I have restyled some of the characters, like Venus here. I took one of those LOL dolls vests and put it on Venus McFlytrap over here. I also gave her her original stockings to a different character. But yeah, not much has changed here, I think. Except for the Monster Fest. I think those are also new since the last time I did a review on my doll collection. Although the glasses on Claudine here, they're honestly breaking, and I'm going to have to glue them eventually so that way they don't fall apart. I don't know why they're breaking. I think it's because I dropped it once, and it kind of fell in a weird way. I don't know. The plastic's kind of cheap. Same thing with Laguna's sunglasses. I don't know why. They're the only two with sunglasses that are falling apart. Every other character with sunglasses, their glasses are fine. Everybody else is fine. It's just the Monster Fest glasses. I don't know why. And then some changes here. My collection of our core basic Monster High dolls from like the first generation 3 wave. I do a lot of restyling on Laguna if you haven't noticed. Because I did not like her original outfit at all. I'm just like, I see what you're going for here, but it's not working. It is not working at all. It needs more blue. And so I painted her phone blue. Because I feel like, I don't know, she just needed more blue. And then I took a skirt from a different Laguna doll and put it on her, and there's like this... I took like an old mask that had like a cool paint splatter pink and blue pattern on it. And I turned that into a shirt for Laguna. And, yeah. I've finally coordinated an outfit that I liked on this Laguna because her original outfit I hated very much. I tried to turn her hoodie that she originally came with into like a jacket, but I grabbed the wrong type of zipper. And I don't really use it anymore because I grabbed the wrong zipper, so I gotta find a new zipper for that. But yeah. Not much has changed except for also Claudine back here. Again, this Claudine has cheap hair, and it was frizzing and gross and fuzzy to the touch, and I'm just like, I gotta do something about it, so I just put it in braids. That way, I will not mess with it anymore. And it at least looks nice, like it looks better than before, when it was all, like, weird and puffy and, like, wet. Like, it was deteriorating, and I'm just like, oof. Not good. But that's about it for this. Also, I made a jacket for this Frankie here. And also, the LOL doll shirt is on this Frankie. As well as a top that I also made for her. Because this is my Frankie. I do what I want with her. Because, some of the outfits for Frankie, the first couple outfits, I'm just like, ugh. What are you doing? Speaking of, here's more. My other Frankie, Claudine, Jackie Laura, and Lagunas. And as we can see, a new addition is that, I turned the backpack that the first G3 Frankie had into a handbag because it was bothering me. Like, the way this bag worked as a book bag was bothering me so much. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna turn into a handbag. It shouldn't be that hard. And it really wasn't that hard. And I think it looks better. Also, the, Neon Frights shirt that, you know, the other Frankie came with, I put it on this one because I liked it better. Like, I just think this looks better without the pink crop top that it came with. And as you can tell, I have a bone to pick with Frankie's fake leg. I don't like the fake prosthetic leg for this Frankie. I feel like that could have gone to a different character. Like, I feel like it would have been better for Ghoulia for some reason, like, I can see the idea of a zombie having a prosthetic leg make more sense than a Frankenstein monster having a prosthetic leg. Because, like, the whole point of a Frankenstein monster is that it's made up of various human body parts. So, like, I don't know why fake leg for the Frankenstein monster. It just feels weird. I don't like it, so I usually cover it up whenever I get the chance. But that's just me. Also, this is a Bratz jacket that I put on this Claudine because, yeah. I basically took apart the original core Claudine's outfit because I didn't like it. The only thing I liked about it was, like, the overall shorts because I just turned that into regular shorts. But, like, almost everything about that first outfit is just gone. So, yeah. I have my bones to pick. And then here's Laguna. This Laguna, this Wave 2 Laguna, is one that I keep restyling every so often. Because I really don't like the orange lip. And I didn't like the orangey gold necklace, so I painted that white. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do with you anymore. Because it's like, I kind of like the outfit, but at the same time, I'm like, it needs more blue. And as you can see, I have a different Laguna here that I took outfit pieces from for this one. I just switched her shirt. I also painted her shoes. I painted her shoes blue and white because this was all just pink before. And I'm like, you know what? It needs more blue. I even painted the bottom of the shoes blue. Because I'm just like, I don't know. It just needs more blue to balance out the pink. That's my only complaint with this Laguna for Generation 3 is that she needs more blue. And you could also tell that pretty late in the production, her design ended up removing the blue gradient that was supposed to be on her hands. Because she was supposed to have blue on her hands and feet, apparently. Like, I have the box art that proves it. Like, you could tell that the art was made before all the finalized touches for the actual physical dolls were made, because, the doll for the first wave of Laguna for Generation 3 has a different outfit compared to the one that the doll actually has. I'll go and listen to Don't Force It. Don't Push It, Don't Force It by Leon Haywood. Bye. Bye, Mercury. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed my ramblings. This is just a rambly kind of stream anyway. And then we have the other half of my doll collection. Sort of. We're not fully done yet. But we have Abby, the other Wave 2 Cleo, Jennifer, and Nephra, who's the newest doll to my collection. Honestly, I really like how Nephra is designed in this generation. But also, her arm is different from Cleo's, which makes me think that I think the Core 3 Cleo probably has the same arm that this one has, because it goes up from the actual forearm to like the bicep area, whereas this one, it's on this side, but it's just this arm. It doesn't go up here. So I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Also, this Jennifer, I think I have a picture. If not, I can probably squeeze it in, but I painted her arms. I mean, you can kind of see it poking out a little bit if I point it out, but like, I painted her forearms because they were not gold. They have nothing. They don't even have like a fake scale pattern either. Like how Laguna's arms have like the scales and the fins, but it's still pink. Like, her arms don't even have that. And I'm just like I could have let it slide. I could have let it slide if you just had scale details on the forearm, but there was nothing there. And it was just that green color, and I'm just like, ugh. It looks so weird with just the gold hands because it makes it look like she's wearing gloves instead. And I'm like, I don't like that. I'm gonna paint your forearms gold. Just so it looks better. I also painted some details on the bag, too. Because the bag was also just that jade pearlescent color. I'm like, you know, it's cute, but it needs more gold. That's kind of the problem with some of the designs too, or some of the accessories. It's like, these are pretty, but it needs more. Especially because it's like, if it's unpainted, the details aren't very noticeable, so it's like, paint in the details and it looks much nicer. Hold on. I can add this Jennifer so that way you can see what I was talking about. Because I'm like, it's a nice redesign. I still kind of prefer the whole gold dragon look for Jennifer. But it's like, I like the colors going on with this one. Like, it's not that bad. It's just, I wish they were more committed to the full, like, scale detail. Instead of just keeping it on the legs, because that bothers me. Let me see. Could you be any slower? Thank you. Let me just plop that on here. Boom. Like, this is what I was talking about. I painted the forearms in a gold color that pretty much matches the hands, because, like, she has, like, a lot of gold, but they don't all match. Which, I mean, it's fine. Because, like, the gold on the legs kind of doesn't match the gold on the paint, and then it doesn't match the gold on the shoes. Like, none of the golds match for this one. So, like, it doesn't bother me that much, but, like, I painted some of the detail on the bag with, like, the dragon part where the bag opens. Or at least where the bag looks like it would open if it was a real bag. Because I'm just like, you know what? It needs more oomph, because the bag is pretty. And it's like, just the forearms being painted kind of helps with the fact that the legs kind of have, like, the scale thing going on. I just don't have the skills to actually add scale details. So just the texture of the paint works for me for this one. We'll just put it back there, but, like, you know, I like the design. It's just, I kind of wish that it was still, like, a full gold dragon design. But, you get what you get. And I can make it better anyway. And then we have these last two dolls. We got Core 3 Claudine, which I honestly like out of all the Core Claudines so far, because this one really feels like, let's take G1 Claudine and make her G3. Like, this feels like the epitome of that idea. I'm like, where was the sense of design when you were first relaunching Monster High for Generation 3? Like, where was this? Because, like, it just feels more Claudine, and I like the fact that she comes with actual sunglasses instead of those dorky nerd glasses. I really don't like the new Monster High one, if you couldn't tell. But most of the designs, I'm like, you're getting better, and I like it. Same thing with Laguna here for the Oasis line. Like, I kind of like the new thing that they're doing with her legs. Like, I think this looks better than the original gradient that kind of came with Laguna. I just kind of wish that gradient could still be, like, part of her arm design too, but I guess that's too expensive now. Also, this is a Bratz top that I took off of one of my Bratz dolls and put on Laguna, because the original top that this one came with, I put it on the other Laguna, on the Wave 2 Laguna. So, yeah. And I couldn't really put the corset thing back on this one, but I liked it. Like, I like the newer look for Laguna. It's like they finally figured out what they were doing wrong with Laguna, and then it's like, yes, this is better. But, yeah, that's probably about it. I can still yap. I've yapped for quite a while. I do not apologize if this is boring to some of you. I'm just very passionate about this stuff. Because I also want to make, like, more, like, outfit ideas for some of these, or just elevate their style better. Because, again, if I just go back real quick, I know you can't really see much of it, but this Claudine back here, I made a lot of outfit pieces for. I gave her, like, a new skirt, although the skirt kind of sucks, and I want to make a better skirt. I also took the socks that Venus originally came with and put it on this Claudine because I kind of want her to have like a Japanese garu style, which is usually what people like to do for Laguna when it comes to like redesigning Laguna. I'm like, I feel like that would work a little bit better with Claudine. I mean, a Y2K style for Laguna looks cool as well, but like, if we're going like Japanese garu, I feel like that would work better for Claudine. And this Claudine kind of, it has like the base for that, for that kind of design. It's like I want to try and do that for this Claudine. Because I really did not like that first outfit. She looked like such a dork. And I'm like, you know, I have nothing against dorky characters, obviously, but for Claudine, I just feel like that did not work. I did not like that new personality for her. So I take it upon myself to redesign my characters. Redesigning my Monster High characters. Because why not? I'm the one who bought them. So I'll do what I want with them. Although it's hard to style that Claudine because of her shoes. I mean, the shoes are nice, but it's kind of hard to figure out how to make it work with an outfit. Other than trying to make some oversized socks to put on top of it. It's like, I have good ideas brewing for how I want to redesign this Claudine. I just don't have a lot of, like, scrap fabrics for what I want to do. But, like, I still managed to do something. I still managed to figure something out. I also want to make another outfit for Claude, though. I bring this over here. Because he looking a little plain. And I'm kind of disappointed that Generation 3 of Monster High really does not care about the male characters. It's like, ugh. It felt more like they were obligated to make Deuce because he's part of the original core cast. Like, he's part of the original core cast. So it's like, you can't redo Monster High without Deuce Gorgon. But then when it came to the other characters like Claude and Heath, they were just like, we do not care anymore. It's like, these are part of fan favorite pairings that we're not getting rid of, so we're just gonna, here, have them. Because, they still have Claude and Draculaura as a couple, and I think they still have Abby and Heath as a pair because they brought back Heath, and he's kind of shown up in some of Abby's stuff, so I'm like... I feel like they only brought them back because they were part of fan favorite pairings or something. It's like, if you're gonna bring them back, at least put more effort into making them look cool, because Heath looks ridiculous. Heath is the worst out of the three. And it's like, if I get my hands on him, I'm giving him a better outfit. I have the materials to do so, and I will do it. Like, I can make him 2 outfits using the pieces that he already came with, because he just looks so ridiculous. I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought it was a good idea to give him the toddler fit? We yapping. We yapping about my complaints. Kind of. But, yeah, there's... It's like, I don't hate G3 Monster High. It's more like I just don't like the new lore that's attached to the characters because I feel like it's kind of stupid. So, yeah. Along with the fact that the 3rd generation also has, like, the live action stuff, which has a different continuity and stuff going on from like the Nickelodeon cartoon that they were releasing, and the Nickelodeon cartoon is no longer a thing. So G3 lore is just whatever. It's just whatever at this point. They're just making shit up now. Because I feel like at least at first most of the lore was going to be based around the Nickelodeon show, but because the Nickelodeon show got canceled and this isn't like the original generation of Monster High where they had webisodes that were like lower production quality to kind of supplement whatever lore that they were making up for the characters at the time. It's like, you know, yeah. I'm kind of yapping, but even Generation 1 had some kind of inconsistent lore because there was also like these book series that they had for Monster High that also had some different kind of lore stuff going on. The personalities weren't really that different in there though. It was more like just random other things. Like I know for a fact that when it came to Jackson and Holt in the book series I was reading, his transformation was triggered by like a rise in temperature, whereas in the shows and the movies from Generation 1 his transformation was triggered by music. Which I think was better than the rise in body temperature, but I think that's because of the whole fire elemental thing, which I do like. And I feel like they're not going to bring back Jackson or Holt in Generation 3 because they already did like a live action movie where the concept of the Jekyll and Hyde character was like the villain. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think they're going to bring back Jackson or Holt for Monster High Generation 3. I feel like they won't care enough to try. Even though it would be interesting to try and make the character more book accurate. Because, like, I can give the whole concept of non-binary Frankie a pass in the extent that the original book description of the Frankenstein monster was kind of like an uncanny valley man. Like, if you've seen the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein, that's kind of a little bit more accurate to what the monster in the Frankenstein novel is supposed to be like. Where it's just kind of like, you know, unsettling because it's like, it's a bunch of dead body parts, but it's like not horrendously horrific looking. What's that supposed to mean? My model's just kind of laggy. And also I wear glasses so it doesn't really pick up my blinks correctly. I am subjecting people to my doll collection. Would you like to see it from the beginning? Because I have many. Also, I have a Riddle Nendoroid over here. Ain't he adorable? He's my only little Nendoroid figure. I have an Ortho figure, but it's not a Nendoroid, it's a Q-Posk figure, and it's really tiny, and it didn't really show up in the images I took here. My boy Ortho Shroud. I want to get Ortho's Nendoroid one of these days, but that's kind of hard to get. Because you gotta order it online and stuff like that, and it's usually not in stock if you're going through like the JP sites. So I'm stuck having to try and get it through like eBay or whatever, and I'm just like, ugh. That's hard. But at least I have a Ortho. I also have Ortho plushie. And a Riddle plushie. But they're not really the focus of this collection video. It's mostly the dolls here. And, yes, I have 5 Disney Store Disney Princess dolls. And almost all 5 of them were bought with a discount because I used to work there. But it's like my only complaint about these Disney Store dolls is that they have cheap hair. Except for Ariel. Ariel is like, yes, I can brush her hair and not worry about it frizzing to oblivion. Everybody else, I'm like, oh, I don't want to touch it. Like, Snow White, I don't want to touch it. It's already styled correctly. I don't want to mess it up. Same thing with Cinderella. It's like, I don't want to mess with it because it's already perfectly styled, and, I don't want it to deteriorate because, I have a Claudine with the same kind of hair, and that hair deteriorated so badly. I'm just like, I'm leaving it in braids, and I'm never touching it again. It was bad. See, this Claudine over here with the braids, the hair is horrendous to touch. I already explained why that ain't happening, okay? Don't make me explain it again. Stop expecting perfection from somebody that's just yapping 24/7. But this Claudine here, her hair is horrendous. I had to put it in the braids because it's like, if I keep trying to mess with this, it's just gonna look worse and worse. And this is like the best solution I could think of where it looks nice, and I also won't be touching it for like ever, and it's still holding its shape, and I'm just like, one of these days, if I ever get into rerooting a doll, this is the first one I'm gonna do. This is the first doll that I'm gonna reroot because, oh my goodness, her hair was horrendous. Thank you. Here's my Bratz corner with, bonus doll that is not Bratz, but they're by MGA, so I put them all here. Pay no mind to the amiibos. That was a video game corner, and, they were there from the video game corner. But, my Bratz dolls. I do want to get more Bratz dolls, but, currently, with the way everything's set up, I wouldn't be able to add more to my Bratz corner. Because that's a very tiny corner shelf, and I have an entire shelf dedicated to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that, I do not want to take down. It's like everything that is JoJo goes in that corner, and it's mostly just part 1, part 2, and some of the other couple volumes of 1 through 5. I don't have all of JoJo, I don't have all of JoJo Part 3, which is a lot more than Part 1 and 2 combined, so, yeah, but, like, I have, like, a JoJo shelf that I don't want to mess with, and then I have, like, a miscellaneous bookshelf on top of that, and I'm like, if I get more Bratz dolls, I'm gonna have to take down the miscellaneous shelf. I can't even be bothered to brush my own hair. Me too. But I will fix my doll hair. I will fix my doll's hair more than my own. But, this Tiana doll right here, I've taken parts of her clothes and put it on some of my Monster High dolls, because if it works, it works. Although I do want to get more Chloe, because Chloe was, like, my favorite Bratz girl when I was a kid, and I want more Chloe dolls, but, like, for the most part, I haven't been able to get most of the Chloe dolls, because every time I went to the store, she was usually already gone, and then I'm like, dang it. It's like, I wanted Chloe, but she's not here. But, like, it's more of a, I want to find old Bratz dolls as well, because these are all newer Bratz dolls. And, this is, like, a reproduction of one of the original Bratz, characters. Not the main 4 characters, but, this is, like, a reproduction. And then these are all, like, the newer Bratz dolls with, like, the posable arms that I still find very weird. I don't know, Bratz dolls with posable arms still weird me out to this day. I'm like, I don't really like it. It feels wrong. And then this is my other shelf of Monster High dolls, where the glasses for this Claudine and this Laguna are breaking for some reason. And I don't know why. Because there's other characters with sunglasses, and they're not falling apart. So I don't know if it's because I stored them weird, and they got kind of crushed, and now the plastic's breaking, or what, but, eventually I'm gonna have to super glue the little, whatever you call those parts of the glasses. I'm gonna have to super glue them to the lenses or something, because they're falling apart. But this Venus also has a piece of clothing from this LOL doll that I bought specifically to steal clothing pieces from. Cause this Frankie doll also is wearing the shirt from this doll that this doll came with. Also, I made that jacket for this Frankie. Like, a lot of my clothing experiments have been for Frankie because I am allowed to make them look horrendous. In the sense that, oh, it looks patchworky, but that's because it's handmade. And I like the idea that if I were to redesign Frankie, I would want her to have a bunch of, like, clashing patterns in the sense that it's like, oh, she's experimenting. She's making her own clothes because why not? It's fun. And I like the idea of, like, a patchwork kind of a thing going on. Like, I like what I'm doing with this one. Because I really did not like the first wave. For the first wave designs for Frankie, Claudine, and Laguna specifically. Everybody else was like, fine. I'm like, you're fine. Like, Draculaura, it's kind of hard to screw it up with the outfits. The only complaint I have is the pink eyes, because it feels like they don't stand out as much. And then Cleo's fine. Cleo's been fine since the beginning. I have no complaints with Cleo. Laguna, I had a lot of complaints with. I've already explained it throughout this video. But, my major complaint is needs more blue to balance out the pink. So, almost any Laguna doll that I like, it's usually because there's a lot more blue elements balancing out the pink. Because I don't like the new skin tone for Laguna Blue. Especially because they didn't commit to the arm gradients. I mean, same thing with Twyla. Because the original doll had more like a shadow gradient, because she's like a boogie monster, shadow monster thing. But, it seems Generation 3 kind of cheaps out on some of the interesting body detail effects, because they're more focused on the fact that the characters are different sizes and have different body shapes compared to actually having different, unique body features, I guess, because the original Monster High dolls, they all had, like, the same body, but they also had, like, different details based on what kind of monster they were. Like, Rebecca's a robot, so, like, she's made out of, like, metal parts, and you see it on the doll. That, oh, she's made out of, like, sheet metal. There's a bunch of rivets on here. And then you have, like, Skeleta, who's, like, a literal straight-up skeleton. Stuff like that. It's like... yeah. They kind of cheap out on the uniqueness. Because they're more focused on the fact that they're different sizes now. Rather than, like, unique monster features. Like, see, this Laguna, again. I changed up her outfit only a little bit, but it's like, I don't know what to change her lip color to, because I don't like that orange. It's like, everything that I try to do for this Laguna specifically, the orange, because she came with, like, these orangey sunglasses, and it just throws everything off. I'm just like, how do I fix this one? Because, like, like, I like the pants. I painted the shoes blue and white because they were just like, they had like these pink bottoms. And the top was originally like pink and black. And it's like, yeah, that's cute and all that, but like, needs blue. I don't know. There's just something about Laguna for some of her designs. I'm just like, you need more blue. And then these are designs where it's like, ah, yes, I like these. These are fun. Although I think the only complaint I have with Abby is I want to do the thing that I did with this Frankie's bag. Because this was a book bag, but I just cut the book bag straps off and put it on top to make it like an actual like handbag instead. And I kind of want to do that for Abby as well. But I kind of think a crossbody might work better for this because it has longer backpack straps, but I don't know. I just know I want to turn this from a backpack to more of a handbag. And I kind of want to do the same for this bag that Wave 1 Cleo came with. Like, I kind of want to turn this into a handbag instead. Instead of leaving it as a book bag. Like, I might just cut the backpack straps completely off because it already has, like, a little handle up here for it to be, like a regular handbag. Because, like, handbags, it makes the posing of the characters a lot more easier. Book bags are a little bit tricky, but, like, if it was already designed to be a book bag, I'm probably not gonna really mess with it too much, but, like, it's like, I want to turn that into, like, a handbag instead, because it's just kind of annoying to pose it, because it's such a weird-shaped bag. Also, this Jennifer specifically, I painted her arms. I'm kind of repeating myself, but, I painted her arms because they were not painted, and it just looked really weird to have these gold hands, but then the arms are just this color, and it just looks like she's wearing gloves when it's not really supposed to look like that. Because at least with Twyla, I don't know if you can see it in the image, but like, at least with Twyla, there's still like these painted shadow wispy details on the hand, so it doesn't look that awkward that the hand is like a solid pink color in comparison to the arm here, because the pink color is still like on the arm. But you don't get that here. So I'm just like, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna paint her entire forearm gold. Because I just did not like how it looked. It needed to be done. Like, I don't really hate the redesign here. It's just that if you wanted to commit to this new design, at least give her arms some scales or something. Or like this painted design on the arm. Just so that way it looks like more cohesive and gives the illusion that there's like a gradient scale kind of going on here. I kind of wish she also had like forehead scales, kind of like Laguna does. But they did not commit to that either, especially because her ears are like solid gold. But like there's no design on like the forehead or around the side of her face to kind of give off like, oh, there's like scale details here. That's like my main complaint. And it's like, if I could, because I'm not fully confident with like completely repainting a doll. But like, if I could, I would add like a scale pattern around like the edge of her face to kind of make the ears match too. You're a real weeb. Thank you. I display my Monster High dolls in front of my manga. Again, I have a shelf dedicated to JoJo. And it's just JoJo over there. But I want one that's dedicated to Black Butler, because I have some Black Butler manga volumes as well. And I have a CL plushie and a Sebastian figure, and it's like I want to expand that area more, but like I can't. I also want to get more Soul Eater, but I kind of don't want to get the perfect edition versions of Soul Eater. I kind of want the original print of Soul Eater. Mainly because of Corona, but I don't feel like talking about that. But I also have the omnibuses for Shaman King. I kind of pointed out. I have some Shaman King. I want to get most of it. Mainly because it's just easier to get. But, with, like, I kind of want the original manga volumes, too, because I feel like the omnibus editions feel rewritten or something. Like, I don't know. There's something weird about one of the dialogues in the manga, and I'm just like, was that always there, or did they do that for this omnibus release? That's weird. But also, you can kind of see in the corner here what I was talking about yesterday. Manga edition of Vidya in the Fairy Crown. It is real. It exists. It will hurt you mentally. Not really. I like it, actually. I like this manga, Disney Fairies book, okay? It's cute. Proof that Disney and manga stuff has been a thing since, like, the early 2000s. It is not unique to Twisted Wonderland or that new Disney anime board game coming out. This has been a thing that's existed. And people who are complaining about it now never complained about Kingdom Hearts existing. And people love Kingdom Hearts. People loved it. But yeah, that's a little bit of my manga collection. Also, Tokyo Mew Mew. I want to get all of Tokyo Mew Mew as well. Even the a la mode series, and there is a new spin-off of it too. But I also want to get. It's like an all-boy version as well. Kind of want to get my hands on that as well. I am also reminded that D and Angel is finally getting like re-released in English because it was originally published under Tokyo Pop back in the day, and Tokyo Pop doesn't do manga anymore. So it was kind of in limbo for a long time, and along with the fact that the series never even finished in Japan, which was news to me because I was like, wait, it's been going on for that long? There's been how many hiatuses? But, yeah, it's finally getting re-released in English, but under, what was it again? I think it was Yen Press. And I'm like, finally, we'll get the conclusion. If the conclusion already exists, I don't know if it does. I also want to get my hands on Trigun. Because as you can see, I have a Vash over here. Ain't he adorable? Even though you can't see all of him right now. A Vash the Stampede. Which is what this outfit is loosely based on. If you couldn't tell. I think the arm gives it away a bit better. When you see, like, the arm on this outfit. Also, this really old Death the Kid plushie that I've had since, like, high school. You can really see the quality in these, what was they called again? These Great Eastern Entertainment plushies. You can really see the quality change. Because at first it was like they just printed on the faces. And now they kind of like embroider the faces onto them. Which is nice because my CL, his face is kind of his eye patch is coming off. You can't see my CL plush, but it's the cow CL plush, and his eye patch is kind of fraying off, and I'm like, dang it. Although it is nice that his eye underneath the eye patch is the contract seal, because it could have been very easy to just not have his eye under there at all. But it's there, and it has the correct details, and I like that. I want to get the Sebastian cow. They need to be a pair, but I don't have that. I don't even remember how I got the CL plush. I think I ordered it online. I think it was one of the first plushies that I ordered online for myself. Because, like, almost every time I bought a plushie, it was actually at, like, a store. Although I think I ordered Kekioin too, so I don't know which one I ordered first. I have a Kekioin plushie because that's my favorite JoJo character. Moriaki Kekioin, my favorite JoJo character. Although his plushie could use some cleaning. He's kind of dusty. He kind of dusty. Yeah, maybe one of these days I can also just go over some of the manga that I have. I've talked about my favorite manga before anyway, so that's something that I done. I don't think much has changed for it because, again, I kind of don't have a lot of shelf space, so I haven't really bought new manga all that much. I did buy the first volume of Aruma-kun. That's about like the only thing I've bought recently. Because my JoJo shelf is small. And adding to that's gonna eventually be a nightmare because those JoJo hardcovers are pretty heavy. Trigun was a good anime, except Vash is kind of sus. How dare you say that about my boy Vash? How dare you say that about my boy Vash the Stampede? I love him. He's my boy. Although I want to rewatch the original anime. I don't know, the new anime, Stampede, is it? Or Stargaze, that iteration of like the anime, I don't really like how it looks. Like, I'm not really against the idea of like CG anime in general, but the way that one kind of looks, it feels more like a video game cutscene. And it's kind of weird. Like, I don't really like it. And I kind of don't like, I don't like the loss of our broomstick man's hair. I like his broomstick hair, okay? It's iconic. His jackets and outfits can change, but I like his hair. He's very VK, you know? But yeah, I want to get my hands on the manga series. I know they have Trigun Maximum, which is not essentially the original run. I think that's like the sequel series or something. Which I do want to get my hands on as well, but I also want, like, you know, the original run. Same thing with Hellsing. I've seen, like, hardcover editions of Hellsing, but it's like, I want the original... I want the original mangas. Because, yeah, the hardcover editions, they look cool and all that, but it's like, there's just something so goofy about the original releases of Hellsing with the doodle illustrations on, like, the inside of the cover. That's kind of like the funny thing when people talk about, Hellsing, when it comes to, like, its original anime adaptation versus its, OVA. And people are like, why is the OVA so